The Miata is often categorized as a cutesy little convertible, but this car is the Jackie Chan of the automotive world. It may look harmless, but show us some curves and it will destroy the competition. Or not. Today, I'm gonna give you my thoughts on whether or not the Miata is in fact always the answer. After that, I will show you some of my favorite features, take it for a drive and give you some driving impressions, and then in the end, I will point out some of the things that you should look for if you're planning to buy one of these. The Mazda Miata, officially known as the MX-5, has long been a beloved icon in the car world. And the 2005 to 2014 models, also known as the NC generation, perfectly upholds the legacy of the Miata with a big smile. This version marks a slight evolution from its predecessors, offering more comfort, especially for taller guys, and a bit more power, while still capturing the spirit of lightweight, driver-focused fun. The 2-liter inline-4 engine puts out around 167 horsepower, slightly less if you buy the automatic, in which case you deserve it. Although it might not sound like a lot, but when you're in a car that weighs around 2,500 pounds, it still can be a lot of fun. All right, now let's take a look at the car and some of my favorite features, starting with the soft convertible top. Operating the top on a Miata is very, very simple. You just press this button right here to release the locking mechanism. At the same time, pull this handle, fold it back, and it all
Super easy.
and it all tucks away right behind you. To put it back up, very simple as well. There's a handle right here, pull that to unlock the top and kind of just like pull it over you. Engage the mechanism and you're done. Now, the other thing that I like about the Miata is how you open the gas tank door. There's a little cubby right here. It's for you to put different things like your underwear. And then right here, there's a little hook. You just pull that and that releases the gas tank door for you to pump your 2 gallons of gas. And that's about it for my favorite features, but you know, it is a comfy interior in here. You can see your entertainment centers right here. This one has an upgraded Apple Apple CarPlay and Android Auto entertainment system with navigation and cameras. You have a little cubby center right here. You can put in, you know, 2 little cups and a little pencil. And then you have your little 2 buttons right here. Cutesy little buttons for your 2 little cutesy little windows. It's very nice. Shifter right here. Very nice short throw. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah. Emergency brake right here. A tiny little glove box. And sun visors right here. Sun visors. A little tiny little light bulb right here. Your climate controls right here. And then steering wheel. Very nice. It feels very nice. Nice width. With some controls for your volume and cruise control functionality. Wiper control on this side, as well as your headlight blinkers on the other side, and a simple dashboard with just your tachometer, speed, oil pressure. You have your temperature and gas, as well as some warning lights in between. In the door panels, we do have 2 little pockets here for you to put your phone, keys, etc. And then right here by the door handle, you do have a little hole to put in a water bottle. It's a very simplistic interior, but it's very comfortable and a lot roomier than previous Miatas. On the back, you do have two more cubbies right in here for extra items. And now driving the Miata, the pinnacle of top-down driving. Or is it? We'll find out. Now, first impressions is that this car it's small, but it is comfortable once you get in it. Everything is very much within reach, very ergonomical, and very mechanical. The steering is very precise. The shifter is very short, is very mechanical, so it's very nice. These things, again, the Jackie Chan of things. You don't think that this car can do what it can do, but it can. Now, certainly driving with the top down is a much better experience in a Miata. You don't feel as cocooned, and you can hear things, add more to the experience as well. Power is adequate. Again, this is a momentum car. You can take it to the limit and turn, brake, accelerate coming out of a corner with the momentum. This is not a Viper that you're gonna just incinerate your tires just right off the line, but it does have adequate power to make it a fun car to drive. Now, to me, I've never been this massive fan of the Miata. I understand the concept and I know why people appreciate it, but I've never caught on to this incomprehensible love for the Miata, to the point where the answer is always Miata. And I know I'm gonna get some hate for saying this, but that's what I think. Now, yes, for the money, you sure get a wonderful driving experience that you can't really get with a lot of cars. Probably almost just a few cars offer this driving experience, and certainly at this price point. But if you were to tell me, you know, compared to a Boxster, an MR2, is the answer always Miata? I don't know. I mean, would you take this over an S2000? Now, obviously, if equally compare apples to apples, mileage, etc., the S2000 is a lot pricier. But what defines the Miata is that turn in. I mean, look at this. It does make for a really sporty car. And so, if you ask the question, is the answer always Miata? Well, I think that if you include the price as a variable, well, probably. And now you're really pumped and excited to buy one of these. So allow me to highlight some of the things that you should look for if you're planning to buy one. I made a video to show you general things to look for when buying any car, like body shape, signs of wear, leaks, etc. I've also created a checklist so that you don't miss any steps. The link is included below. Use that as your starting point, but now let's dig into things to look for this car specifically that I think can be costly repairs. If you found one that you have your heart set on, I would also recommend that you get a PPI, a pre-purchase inspection done by an experienced Mazda or Japanese repair shop. It'll be the best $200 you spend on the car. Right, so let's jump right into it. Now, the first item I want to highlight is the soft top wear and tear. The fabric soft top on the MX-5 can wear out over time, especially at folding points, leading to leaks and tears. Some owners have reported accelerated wear where the top meets the frame. A replacement top can average $1,400 to $1,500, including labor. If you buy a quality replacement top like one from Robbins Auto, the price goes up to about $2,500. Now let's talk about rust. Rust, especially in areas prone to moisture, such as the rear wheel arches or the underbody, is a known issue for MX-5 models, especially in climates with heavy rainfall or snow. So rust often appears on the sills and on the subframes. Be sure to check out these areas. Be careful because right here you can develop very, very sharp edges. Cut yourself with rust. I hope you have your tetanus shot. Next is transmission issues. Some owners of the 6-speed transmissions, the manual transmissions that is, have reported issues with gear grinding, particularly into second gear. This is usually caused by novice drivers grinding the gears in the transmission. Also, the fluid needs to be checked and replaced frequently, more than it is suggested on your manual. There seems to be no known issues with the 5-speed manual transmission or the automatics. And while I'm here, let's talk about the clutch. Due to the sporty nature of the MX-5, the clutch may wear out faster, particularly for those drivers who engage in more aggressive driving or track days. So the clutch pedal adjustment issues have also been reported by some owners. So be sure to engage the clutch, and the operation should be smooth and consistent throughout all gears. Now let's talk about cooling issues. So the cooling system, particularly the radiator and the hoses, can develop leaks over time. The water pump has also been known to fail at higher mileages. The coolant expansion tank is also, it can become brittle over time. Be sure to look into all these different items to make sure you don't have to replace them anytime soon. And while we're here, let's talk about oil leaks. Engine oil leaks, particularly coming from the valve cover gaskets, are common as the car ages, and some owners have actually reported leaks from the oil cooler lines. So be sure to look around for signs of leaks coming from the valve cover gaskets or the oil cooler. Look underneath as well. Next, let's talk about suspension issues. Suspension bushings, especially in the rear, can wear out over time, leading to clunking noises or poor handling. Replacing these bushings or upgrading them to aftermarket versions is commonly done and, if you ask me, recommended. So be sure to look out for any clunking noises or too much flexing in the suspension or steering as you go out on a test drive. Next, let's talk about differential issues. Owners have reported a noise and premature wear from the rear differential, particularly in models that have been seen heavy use and track use. So if you're hearing any grinding noise or like a ball bearing that's kind of worn out kind of noise from the back of the car, be sure to look at your differential. Next, let's talk about the headlight lenses fogging. Now, these lenses can yellow or fog over time due to sun exposure. Some of these are simple enough that you can just polish them out and they come out, looking like new. Others, you have to replace the lens. So make sure to look into the difference between polishing and replacement, because this can be a costly repair if not. And now going back to that conversation about recalls, the best option to find out recall information is to go to your manufacturer's website. The link is included below. In the US, you can also visit the National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration. The link to that is also included below. In either occasion, simply enter your 17-digit VIN number and that will give you a list of recalls for your particular vehicle. And that's it, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much. If you have anything that you would like to add to the conversation, please put it in the comments below. Give me a like. Don't forget to subscribe and share the video. See you on the next one, everybody.